Good morning, MHS. It's another sunny day outside, and Shirley Suzy's going to start you out with the news.
Thanks, Alex. Congratulations to Evan Stewart for setting a new school record in the pole vault yesterday against Edgewood with a jump of 13 feet, 9.5 inches. Way to go, Evan.
The girls lost a heartbreaker, 62.5 to 60.5. Placing third for the Pioneers were Ashley James, discus, Ashley Blackwell, long jump, Emily Gunkel, 400, and Lauren Kinney, 200. Placing second were Emily Gunkel, high jump, Amy Wright, 100 and 200, Courtney Demeter, 400, and Ashley Blackwell, 300 hurdles. Winning for the Pioneers were Joanna Thompson, shot put and discus, Kayla Smith, long jump and 300 hurdles, Ashley Blackwell, 100 hurdles, and an outstanding performance by Katie Brandt, winning the 800, 1600, and 3200 meter run. Good job, Katie.
The boys had to win the last relay to win the meet, and they did to tally a 70 to 62 victory. Placing third for the Pioneers were Lucas Catalier, discus, Sarah Anton, high jump, Ryan Gregory, long jump, and Zach Watson, 1600. Placing second were Joey Smith, shot put, Chris Hawkins, high jump, Zach Skaggs, long jump, Corey Bryant, pole vault, Justin Sparks, 100, Scott Evans, 400, and J.R. Anton, 300 hurdles. Winning for the Pioneers were Justin Sparks, long jump and 200, Evan Stewart, pole vault, Sarah Anton, high hurdles, Chris Vaught, 800 and 1600, Zach Watson, 3200, and the 4x100 and the 4x400 relay teams.
Several seniors have not turned in pictures for the commencement slideshow. Any senior who wants to have two pictures, one from childhood and one from this year, included in the slideshow, must have it turned in by next Monday, April 18th, to Mrs. Skaggs' room in room 209 or Miss Robinson's room 208.
Orchestra, academic team, prom steering, sensation, Genesis, sound image, and men's choir are reminded to report for their group pictures today.
Any student planning to go to post-prom Kings Island trip should pick up permission slips in the attendance office. Deadline for the payment is May 6th, or when the buses are full, whichever comes first. Payment can be made in ISS before or after school.
Seniors who want to reserve a table of 10 at the prom should give requests to Rosie McKinney, Miranda McGuire, or Stacy Powell as soon as possible.
Also, another prom note. For prom tickets, seniors, even though you go free, you still need to reserve your ticket during lunch. Please have check made out to MHS or exact change in cash for paying customers. Remember, selling is only through Friday. All post-prom questions or Kings Island questions, you should go see Mr. Peters. The math academic team will meet tomorrow immediately after school in the library.
Student council members are reminded that they are to work at the 8th grade orientation tomorrow evening from 6:30 to 8 o'clock to give tours of the school.
There are still plenty of spaces left for summer driver ed. Anyone interested should pick up information in the adult ed office.
SAD will meet after school tomorrow in room 210. Everyone who is going on the Orange Ribbon field trip should attend.
All Unity members who signed up to hide Easter eggs after school should meet in room 131 at 2:45 p.m. today.
And everyone get excited because tomorrow Unity is sponsoring an Easter egg hunt, which means there will be 2 Easter eggs in every classroom filled with jelly beans. They're just little plastic Easter eggs. And if you are the lucky person that finds them, you can go take it to Mr. Emerson, who will be in room 131, and there you will be asked a drug-free question, and if you get it right, you get to trade in your plastic Easter egg for a chocolate bunny. So good luck with that drug-free activity.
I know I'll be looking for those Easter eggs.
Me too, Alex.
Today's lunch is chicken and noodles, mashed potatoes, hot roll, banana or apple slices, and milk. A la carte choices are pizza burgers, french fries, and chicken tenders.
Happy birthday to Justin Gibson, Justice Gibson, Derek Burton, Leslie Young, Miranda McGuire, Audrey Farron, Heather Bush, and a special happy birthday to our very own Callie App. It's her 18th birthday, so if you see her in the hallway, just wish her happy birthday.
Cheerleaders should give camp deposits to Miss Bothwell by Friday. The first cheerleader meeting is next Monday, April 21st at 2:45 in room 130.
Good luck to the girls varsity tennis team at home against Whitelands today at 4 o'clock, the golf team at home against Greenwood at 4:30, the freshman baseball team at Greenwood at 4:30, the varsity baseball team at home against Greencastle at 5 o'clock, and the reserve baseball team at home at 7 o'clock.
Remember that one by one will have special guests Phil and Ron the Foley at the one by one meeting tomorrow morning in the library at 7 o'clock. Everyone is invited.
And that's all we have for you. We'll see you this afternoon.
With a purpose, but I know that that's impossible now.
Good morning, MHS. I'm here with Dana, and she's going to start you off with your morning announcements. Any student who finds a plastic Easter egg today should take the egg to Mr. Emerson's room, room 131, tomorrow. That's tomorrow, not today. Those who answer a drug-free question correctly will receive a chocolate egg or bunny. Several seniors have not turned in pictures for the commencement slideshow. Any senior who wants to have the pictures, one from childhood and one from this year, including the slideshow, must have it turned in by next Monday, April 18th, to Mrs. Skaggs in room 209 and Mrs. Robinson in 208. Any student planning to go to the post-prom Kings Island trip should pick up permission slips in the attendance office. Deadline for payment is May 6th or when the buses are full, whichever comes first. The $40 payment can be made in ISS before or after school. Seniors who want to reserve a table of 10 at the prom should give requests to Rosie McKinney, Miranda McGuire, or Stacey Pala as soon as possible. The math academic team will meet today immediately after school in the library. There are still some spaces left for summer driver's ed. Anyone interested should pick up information in the adult education office. SAD will meet after school today in room 210. Everyone who is going on the Orange Ribbon field trip should attend. Cheerleaders should give camp deposits to Mrs. Bothwell by tomorrow. The first cheerleader meeting is next Monday at 2:45 in room 130. Today's lunch is pepperoni pizza, veggies with dip, applesauce, cookie, and milk. A la carte choices are chicken nuggets, french fries, and mozzarella cheese sticks. Happy birthday to Annie Jimbo, Jared Hilda, Derek Miller, Josh Allison, and Spring Sando. The varsity baseball team defeated Greencastle 12-2 in 5 innings yesterday in a total team effort. Senior Kyle Davis hit a home run, and Adam Pruitt was the winning pitcher. The tennis team lost to Whiteland yesterday, 1-4 varsity and 1-5 reserve. Pioneer winners were number 2 varsity Devils, Dana Holzappel and Jasmine Kasabi, 7-5, 6-1. And the number 1 reserve Devils, Tara Huntley and Sarah Burns. The boys' golf team defeated Greenwood yesterday, 161-180 in the first meet of the year. Landry Bates led the team with a 37. Michael Amore had a 39. Morgan Lawler, 40. Tyler Stoll, 45. Chad Undercoffer, 46. Yates Hall, 46. David Ney, 52. And Matt Allen, 57. The boys will play again tonight against Decatur Central at Harlan Crossing. The freshman baseball team broke out the Rally Monkeys yesterday to defeat Greenwood down 7-1. The guys scored 6 runs in the last 2 innings to win 8-7. Every team member contributed to the awesome comeback. Mark Butch Roberts picked up the win with 3 no-hit innings. The next game is at Plainfield tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. We have a lot of sports teams in action tonight as long as the rain holds off. Good luck to the golf team against Decatur Central today at 3:30 at home. The JV baseball team at home against Plainfield at 4:30. The varsity baseball team at Plainfield at 5 o'clock. The softball teams at Plainfield at 4:30. The tennis team at home against Speedway at 4:30. And the track teams at Whiteland against Plainfield and Whiteland at 4:30. And that's all we have for you, MHS. We'll see you this afternoon. Channel 1 is off today for Good Friday, but we have plenty of news to share, including some big victories by our spring sports team last night. And Chris is going to start you off with the first half of the news. Thanks, Callie. Anyone interested in running for a class office should contact Mrs. Goddard in the library to pick up forms. These forms must be turned in on Monday, and the signs can be put up. The signs must be initialed by Mrs. Jacobs, or they will be removed. Elections will be the end of next week. 6th period PE will meet in room 122 at the beginning of class today. Ms. Whitmer thanks one by one SAD and Spanish club members who assisted with last night's 8th grade orientation. Everyone did an outstanding job. Students who found plastic Easter eggs yesterday can still take them to Mr. Emerson's room 131. To answer drug-free questions and receive a chocolate egg or bunny. Seniors who have not turned in pictures for commencement slideshow are reminded to have them turned in by next Monday to Mrs. Skaggs in room 209 or Mrs. Robinson in room 208. Math team will meet back at the regular time on Monday from 5 to 7 in the library. Postcard teachers are still available, but anyone interested to contact Mr. Peters by today or Monday. Cheerleaders should give camp deposits to Mrs. Rockwell by the end of today. The first cheerleader meeting is Monday at 2:45 and then 1:30. Today's lunch is fish sandwich or corn dog, french fries, peaches or kiwi, and milk. A la carte choices are chicken patty sandwich, french fries, or breadsticks. Happy birthday to Sarah Bradley today, and Michelle Halcombe, Philip Lumpkin, Josh Lockwood, and Roger Bell over the weekend. And a special happy birthday to our very own Eddie. In recognition of Unity Friday, Unity wants MHS to know that meth is more harmful than cocaine and heroin. It is highly accessible and cheaper to produce with side effects that are just as deadly. Both the varsity and reserve girls tennis teams defeated Speedway yesterday. The varsity with a 5-1 victory and the reserve 3-2. Winners for the varsity were Cassie Fury, number 2 singles, Carla De Juan Romero, number 3 singles, Jennifer Henderson and Marie Engelmeyer, number 1 singles, Dana Holzapfel and Jasmine Kostravi, number 2 doubles. Winners for the reserve team were Alicia Overton, number 1 singles, Sarah Burns and Sarah Huntley, number 1 double, Megan Burns and Katie Fisher, number 2 doubles, and Alicia Overton and Jenny Atwood, number 3 doubles. Tennis girls are reminded to turn in candy money as soon as possible. The next match is Monday at Franklin at 4:30. The bus will leave at 3 o'clock. The golf team defeated Decatur Central last night 173-178. Leading the team was Michael Moore with a 40. The other scores were David Ney, 43, Landry Bates, 44, Keegan Hopwood, 46, Steve Cutterow, 47, Morgan Lawler, 47, Matt Allen, 48, and Tyler Shaw, 49. Members of the team should check out side coach Franklin's door for information about today's practice and the weekend tournament. The Pioneer track team competed with Plainfield and Whiteland last night. The final score for the girls was Plainfield 83, Mooresville 44, and Whiteland 28. Placing fourth for the girls were Juliana Thompson shot put, Emily Dunkel high jump, Ashley Blackwell long jump and high hurdles, Amy Wright 200, and Ashley Flake 3200. Placing third were Lauren Kinney long jump and Amy Wright in the 100. Placing second were Juliana Thompson discus, Katie Demeter 400, Katie Brandt 800, and winning for the Pioneers was Taylor Smith long jump and 300-meter hurdles, and Katie Brandt 1600 and 3200. The mighty Pioneer boys defeated both Plainfield and Whiteland. Mooresville's final score was 71 ahead of Plainfield's 45 and Whiteland's 39. A quick scan of the record book indicates almost 20 years since the Pioneers had defeated the Quakers. Placing fourth for the Pioneers were Luke Cavalier shot put, Tyler Judd discus, Justin Bain high hurdles, and Pat Norton 100 and 400. Placing third were Joey Smith shot put, Marion Spencer discus, Zach Staggs long jump, Zach Watkins 1600, Sarah Anton low hurdles, and Jimmy Rollins 200. Placing second were Chris Hawkins high jump, and J.R. Anton long jump and high hurdles. 10 of the boys collected first in one or more events last night. Justin Sparks long jump and low hurdles, Chris Vaughn 1600 and 800, Scott Evans 400, Zach Watson 3200, and the 4x100 and 4x400 relay teams. Good luck to the varsity and freshman baseball teams and the girls varsity and JV softball teams as they play Plainfield this evening. The freshman baseball game has been changed from 5 to 4:30, and the varsity baseball team will play at 7 o'clock. The girls softball games will begin at 4:30. Good luck to the softball teams against Bloomington South in a doubleheader tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. The baseball team in a doubleheader at Danville at noon, and the golf team in the Avon Invitational at 10:30. That's all we have for you today, MHS. We'll hope you have a good afternoon. But for now, it's back to school, and David has some announcements for you.
Thanks, Anna. Some members of the MHS track team traveled to Lawrence Central Saturday to compete in the Midwest Prep Invitational, which included 50 schools from 4 states. The 4x400 relay team competed well, but did not play. And Evan Stewart won the pole vault competition in a field of 18 people with a jump of 13 feet 6 inches. Congratulations, Evan.
Anyone interested in running for a class office, contact Mrs. Goddard in the library to pick up forms. These forms must be turned in today, and then signs can be put up. All signs must be initialed by Mrs. Jacobs, or they will be removed. Elections will be by the end of this week, so make sure you go down to the library and get those forms turned in. There haven't been very many people that have turned in forms so far, so if you want to be on council, make sure you get those forms in.
Seniors who have not turned in pictures for the commencement slideshow must have them turned in by the end of the day today to Mrs. Skaggs in room 209 or Miss Robinson in room 208.
Math team will meet this evening from 5 to 7 in the library.
Post-prom t-shirts are still available, but anyone interested in one should contact Mr. Peters today.
Payment for the Kings Island trip can be made in ISS before or after school. Deadline for the $40 payment is May 6th or when the bus is filled.
Today's lunch is cheeseburger with the works, french fries, pineapple, cake, and milk. Today's a la carte choices are chicken filet sandwich, hot dog, and french fries.
Happy birthday to Bridget Taylor, Robbie Petty, Amber Lobdell, and Susan Bradley.
The varsity baseball team lost the Heartbreakers at Plainfield 6-5 on Friday night. The guys continued their tough losses on Saturday, and they lost a doubleheader to Danville by 1 run in both games.
The boys golf team finished 7th out of 18 teams Saturday in the Avon Invitational. Landry Bates tied for 9th individually with an 80. Michael Amore scored 82, Chad Undercoffer 87, and David Ney and Morgan Lawler each scored 95. The meet increased the team's overall record to 13-7.
The varsity softball team lost the doubleheader to Bloomington South on Saturday, 14-4 and 4-2. The JV softball team lost the first game to Bloomington North on Saturday, 5-3, but bounced back for a 4-1 victory in the second game. Both teams play again tonight at Avon. Game time is 5:30 and the bus leaves at 4 o'clock.
The girls' tennis team takes on Franklin this afternoon at 4:30. The bus will leave the high school at 3. Team members are reminded that money for sweatshirts and candy bars are due as soon as possible.
The JV golf team plays at Bloomington North today at 4 o'clock. The freshman baseball team hosts Decatur Central at 7. The JV baseball team hosts Avon at 4:30. The varsity baseball team plays at Avon at 5:30. And the girls' varsity and JV softball teams both play at Avon at 5:30.
That's all we have for you this morning. Tune in this afternoon for more.
Take it easy.
Morning, MHS. It's a Transfubulous Tuesday, and Eddie's going to start you off with the news.
Thanks, Alex. All underclassmen are reminded that class elections are Thursday. Candidates should check the sample ballot by the library tomorrow morning to make sure there are no errors. Remember that signs have to be approved by Ms. Jacobs.
Seniors planning to go to Ball State University next year who are interested in being a leader should contact Ms. Page about campus volunteer programs.
Indiana State University has a summer experience program for talented high school students who have at least an A average in the... Sorry. I see the A and I'm like...
Good morning, MHS. It's a Transfubulous Tuesday, and Eddie's going to start you off with the news.
Thanks, Alex. All underclassmen are reminded that class elections are Thursday. Candidates should check the sample ballot by the library tomorrow morning to make sure there are no errors. Remember that signs have to be approved by Ms. Jacobs.
Seniors planning to go to Ball State University next year who are interested in being a leader should contact Ms. Page about campus volunteer programs.
Indiana State has a summer experience program for talented high school students who have at least an A, B average. I don't know why I keep saying A. I want to pronounce like
Put an. Put an.
Can you put an?
It's not correct,
I feel
but...
like if you, B average. A B
Put
average.
A8. I'll be average. What was my word? Transfubulous. Good morning, MHS. It's Transfubulous Tuesday, and Eddie's going to start you out with the news.
Thanks, Alex. All underclassmen are reminded that class elections are Thursday. Candidates should check the sample ballot by the library tomorrow morning to make sure there are no errors. Remember that signs have to be approved by Ms. Jacobs.
Seniors planning to go to Ball State University next year who are interested in being a leader should contact Ms. Page about campus volunteer programs.
Indiana State University has a summer experience program for talented high school students who have at least an B average. Anyone interested should contact Ms. Page.
There are still spaces available for summer driver's ed. Anyone interested should stop by the Adult Ed office for information.
Tomorrow is the last day to turn in table requests for prom. Requests should be given to Rosie McKinney, Miranda McGuire, or Stacy Powell.
Student advisory meets today during fourth period in the alumni room.
Athletic Council will meet the first 2 periods in the alumni room today.
That's lunch period, Daddy.
Thanks, Alex.
Today's lunch is barbecue sandwich with cheese or calzone, tater tot, fruit salad, and milk. A la carte choices are tenderloin sandwich, french fries, and pretzels.
Happy birthday to Megan Wooten, Franklin Randall, Jonathan DuBois, Missy Clements, Kyle Kaufman, and Brittany Gardner.
The JV baseball team lost to Avon 13-9 yesterday, but Josh Metzger went 2 for 4 at the plate, and Aaron Loomis had a 2 for 4 with a triple.
The girls' tennis team lost to Franklin yesterday. Team members should meet on the tennis course at 3 o'clock ready to practice this afternoon.
The JV golf team lost to Bloomington North last night, 169-191. 3 members tied for the low score. They were Steve Tutterow, Keegan Hopwood, and Justin Malott with 47. Nick Schubert had a 50, Drew Thurman had 54, and Drew Coons 55. The JV will travel with the varsity to Plainfield for their next match.
The freshman baseball team dominated Decatur Central last night 11-4. Every team member contributed to the offense explosion. Derek Bradford picked up the win, and Butch Roberts and Adam Clark picked great in relief. Everyone is encouraged to come out and support the guys tonight against Bloomington South at 4:30.
The varsity softball team lost to Avon last night 8-1. Senior Rachel Freeman added to her record with 2 more triples.
The JV softball team won an exciting 8-6 game with Avon. Kelsey Wise contributed a 3-run triple, and Tiffany Bigham had a 2-run homer. The winning pitcher was Kaylin Summer, and the girls will play at Roncalli at 5 o'clock tonight.
Good luck to the track teams this evening and an important conference game at Franklin at 4:30.
The academic team sectional is today at 4:50 p.m. at Martinsville High School. Our team has a great chance to advance to the state competition and would appreciate everyone's support. Team members should report to the library at 2:45, and the bus will leave at 3:15. The members are reminded to contact Miss Ferguson for a treat.
And that's all we have for you. Have a great day, and we'll see you this afternoon. Good morning, MHS. I'm Brent, and this is Alicia, and she'll start off the announcement.
Congratulations to the Fine Arts team for placing first in sectional competition last night. The science team placed second, and the English team was third. Mooresville placed third as a team. Great job to everyone.
Natasha Goodman and Chris Ross's push group will meet after school in the cafeteria tomorrow. All members should make an effort to attend this important meeting about the Paul Hadley presentation next Thursday.
National Honor Society initiation is this Sunday at 3 p.m. Members and inductees should report to the auditorium by 2 o'clock. Rehearsal is Saturday at 1 p.m.
There is no after-school detention in room 221 after school today.
All underclassmen are reminded that class elections are tomorrow. Candidates should check the sample ballot by the library by noon to make sure there are no errors. Remember that signs have to be approved by Mrs. Jacobs.
Seniors planning to go to Ball State University next year who are interested in being a leader should contact Mrs. Page about campus volunteer programs.
Indiana State University has a summer experience program for talented high school students who have at least a B average. Anyone interested should contact Mrs. Page.
Today is the last day to turn in table requests for prom. Requests should be given to Rosie McKinney, Miranda McGuire, or Stacy Powell.
There will be an information meeting for parents and students who are interested in ACP for next year at 6:30 this evening in room 114. Anyone who is interested but unable to attend should contact Mrs. Phillips.
Today's lunch includes chicken rings, mashed potatoes, broccoli, French bread, fruited jello, and milk. A la carte choices are pizza burger, French fries, and chicken tenders.
Happy birthday to Heather Duke, Stephen Watkins, Amanda Bach, and an oldie but goldie turned in from the English department, William Shakespeare.
The Pioneer track team lost to Conference foe Franklin yesterday. Boys 77-54 and girls 68-55.
Good finishes for individuals included third, Emily Gunkel high jump, Kayla Smith long jump, Amy Wright 100, and Ashley Flake 3200.
Second places, Joanna Thompson shot put and Ashley Blackwell low hurdle.
And wins went to Joanna Thompson discus, Lauren Kenny long jump, Ashley Blackwell 100-meter hurdle, Courtney Demeter 400-meter dash, the 4x400 relay team, and the awesome Katie Brandt in the 800, 1600, and 3200.
For the boys, third places went to Joey Smith shot put, Ryan Gregory long jump, Pat Norton 100.
Second places, Luke Catalier discus, Zach Skaggs high jump and long jump, Chris Vaughn 800 and 1600, Ryan Gregory 200, and Zach Lawson 3200.
And Pioneer winners were Chris Hawkins high jump, J.R. Anton, long jump and high hurdles, Corey Bryant, pole vault, and Ryan Gregory, 400.
The freshman baseball team destroyed Bloomington South yesterday, 15-1. The Pioneers had an awesome team effort offensively and defensively. John Eldred struck out 10 batters, and according to Coach Thomas, pitched them the funny one all night long. Great job, guys.
The JV softball team lost to Ron Colley yesterday, 4-2, but the varsity team won 4-2. Winning pitcher for the varsity was senior Cassie Spearwalt. Rachel Freeman led the Pioneer hitting again with a 2-run home run in the first inning. Tonight, the varsity girls play at Center Grove at 5 o'clock, and the reserve team hosts Center Grove at 5 o'clock.
The girls' tennis team takes on Southport at home today at 4 o'clock. Girls should meet at the courts no later than 3:30.
Good luck to the golf team at Plainfield this evening at 4 o'clock, and to the varsity baseball team at home against Terre Haute South at 6 o'clock.
And that's all we have for you today. We'll see you this afternoon.
Good morning, MHS. We hope you're enjoying your first full day of school. I'm Kristen, and this is Callie App, and she's going to start you off with your news.
Student drivers that have parked on the band practice field must move your car immediately after school. Yes? Okay. Okay.
Good morning, MHS. We hope you're enjoying your first full day of school. I'm Kristen, and this is Callie App, and she's going to start you off with your news.
Student drivers who have parked in the band practice field must move your car immediately after school.
All students should have received new accessible use policy forms in homeroom yesterday. These forms must be filled out, signed by a parent, and returned to the library before you may use any computer in the building.
Any student who is not able to afford school supplies should stop by the guidance office and pick up a purple school supplies form. It should be filled out with specific items needed and returned to the guidance office as soon as possible. Supplies will be delivered to the school. Anyone who has questions should talk to their guidance counselor.
Unity will have its first yearly meeting Tuesday, August 20th at 7:01 sharp in room 131. New officers will be elected. All members need to attend.
Any student interested in helping with Handy Capable Camp, September 13th through 15th at Bradford Woods, should pick up an application from Ms. Henry in the office by the end of the day. Applications should be returned to Ms. Henry by the end of tomorrow.
Mrs. Waymeyer would like to thank Megan Cashin, Darcy Eichert, Mary Myers, Amy Viles, and Miss Julie Storm for helping build the house for Habitat for Humanity. Either AMMHS or the Pulse will have more information about that summer project later.
A 9-day trip to Spain is being planned for next June. Students who would like to know more about the trip should contact Ms. Waymeyer in room 219.
Members of the girls' golf team should be at the golf course by 3:30 for today's meet against Greenwood and Perry Meridian.
Sign-ups for bowling, both men's and women's, is today and tomorrow in room 113, Mrs. Savini's room.
Any freshman boy who wants to come out for the freshman football team should contact Mr. Bosworth in room 217 by tomorrow.
Any student interested in running cross-country should stop by room 149 and see Mr. Graves before going home today.
Student fall sports passes will be on sale beginning tomorrow in the cafeteria. A fall sports pass provides entry to all MHS home athletic events: boys and girls soccer, freshman JV and varsity volleyball, and freshman JV and varsity football. The cost of a student sports pass for all students K through 12 is $25. Fall athletes may buy a pass for the other sports for $12. This is a way to support sports at a great savings.
Happy birthday to Ryan Gregory and Ben Thomas.
Today's lunch is chicken nuggets, mashed potatoes, sliced pears, bread and butter, and milk.
That's all we have for you today. We'll see you later.
Oh! Gosh!
I'm nervous.
Good job. Oh my goodness.
Somebody else, please. I kind of want to do it anymore.
Smile. You have a beautiful smile.
Can I do this in the camera? Happy
Zoom
birthday! Give me a nice close-up. I'll be like, happy birthday. I'm doing bad.
Way to be encouraging, Alex. Yes.
Okay, I'm really nervous. Good point. Now say interested. God.
You're not,
I did. I looked at Kristen. How do you say
you're
anything?
not interested? Do you want to say interested?
Yes.
Interested?
Interested?
Yeah.
Shoot. Interested.
Interested.
Oh, God. Okay, wait. What am I going to say at the end?
Say, that's all we have for this morning. We'll see you this afternoon. Because you're going to do afternoon
I can't hear.
announcements.
What?
Just say, that's all we have for this morning. We'll see you this afternoon.
Okay. That's good. Okay, I'm ready.
Good morning, MHS. We hope you're enjoying your first full day of school. I'm Kristen, and this is Callie Yap, and she's going to start you off with your news.
Student drivers who have parked on the band practice field must move your car immediately after school.
All students should have received new acceptable use policy forms in homeroom yesterday. These forms must be filled out, signed by a parent, and returned to the library before you may use any computer in the building.
Any student who is not able to afford school supplies should stop by the guidance office and pick up purple school supplies form. It should be filled out with specific items needed and returned to the guidance office as soon as possible. Supplies will be delivered to the school. Anyone who has questions should talk to their guidance counselor.
Unity will have its first yearly meeting Tuesday, August 20th at 7:01 sharp in room 131. New officers will be elected. All members need to attend.
Any student interested in helping with handicapable camp September 13th to 15th at Bradford Woods. Interested? Oh, okay. Okay.
Just so you have to speak all the time.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Good morning, MHS. We hope you're enjoying your first full day of school. I'm Kristen, and this is Callie Yap, and she's going to start you off with your news.
Student drivers who have parked in the band practice field must move your car immediately after school.
All students should have received new acceptable use policy forms in homeroom yesterday. These forms must be filled out, signed by a parent, and returned to the library before you may use any computer in the building.
Any student who is not able to afford school supplies should stop by the guidance office and pick up purple school supply forms. It should be filled out with the specific items needed and returned to the guidance office as soon as possible. Supplies will be delivered to the school. Anyone who has questions should talk to their guidance counselor.
Unity will have its first yearly meeting Tuesday, August 20th at 7:01 sharp in room 131. New officers will be elected. All members need to attend.
Any student interested in helping with handicapable camp September 13th to 15th at Bradford Woods should pick up applications from Ms. Henry in the office by the end of the day. Applications should be returned to her by tomorrow.
Mrs. Waymeyer would like to thank...
I keep messing up.
Hey, you're I guess I'll forgive you this time.
Okay, this is the last time.
Good afternoon, MHS. I hope everybody had a wonderful Monday, and Brittany's going to start you off with the news.
Thank you, Megan.
Forms for class officers should be turned into the library before leaving today. Math team will meet this evening from 5 to 7 o'clock in the library.
There are still spaces available for summer driver's ed. Anyone interested should stop by the adult education office for information.
Wednesday is the last day to turn in table requests for prom. Requests should be given to Rosie McKinney, Miranda McGuire, or Stacy Powell.
The academic team sectional tomorrow at 4:50 p.m. at Martinsville High School. Our teams have a great chance to advance to state competition and would appreciate everyone's support. Team members should report to the library at 2:45 tomorrow. The bus will leave Ferguson for a treat on Tuesday. The varsity and JV softball teams play again tonight at Avon. Game time is 5:30 and the bus leaves at 4 o'clock. The girls' tennis team takes on Franklin this afternoon at 4:30. The bus will leave the high school at 3 o'clock. Team members are reminded that money for their sweatshirts and candy bars is due as soon as possible. The JV golf team plays at Bloomington North today at 4 o'clock. The freshman baseball team hosts Decatur Central at 7 o'clock. Freshman baseball players should meet by the North Gym at 5 o'clock just for the game. The JV baseball team hosts Avon at 4:30. The varsity baseball team plays at Avon at 5:30. Varsity players are reminded to wear blue. And that's all we have for you now. We'll see you tomorrow. Congratulations, Ben and Ryan. Anyone interested in running for a class office should contact Mrs. Goddard in the library to pick up forms. These forms must be turned in on Monday, and the signs can be put up. All signs must be initialed by Mrs. Jacobs, or they will be removed. Elections will be the end of next week.
One-by-one members who are helping at tonight's orientation should meet in the upper gym balcony by 6:45 this evening.
Students who found a plastic Easter egg today should take them to Mr. Emerson's room 131 tomorrow to answer a drug-free question and receive a chocolate egg or bunny.
Seniors who have not turned in pictures for the commencement slideshow are reminded to have them turned in by next Monday to Mrs. Staggs in room 209 or Ms. Robinson in room 208.
The math academic team will meet today immediately after school in the library.
Dad will meet after school today in room 210. Everyone who is going on the Orange Ribbon field trip should attend.
Cheerleaders should give camp deposits to Mrs. Boswell by tomorrow. The first cheerleader meeting is Monday at 2:45 in room 130.
We have a few cancellations or reschedulings to share due to the weather. The varsity baseball game is rescheduled for tomorrow at Plainfield at 7 o'clock. The varsity and freshman baseball teams will practice this evening in the North Gym after school. The freshman game, which was scheduled tomorrow for 5 o'clock, has been moved up to 4:30. Other athletic events are still on at this time.
The girls' softball games at Plainfield will be played tomorrow at 4:30 instead of today.
Good luck to the sports teams still planning to compete this evening. The golf team against Decatur Central today at 3:30 at home. The JV baseball team at home against Plainfield at 4:30. The track teams at Whiteland against Plainfield and Whiteland at 4:30. And the tennis team at home against Speedway at 4:30. Tennis players should report at 3:30. And that's all we have for you. We'll see you tomorrow.